So there's been an ongoing war with Maga. It's split into different factions, which I have been seeing. And I commented a few days ago when I initially saw it, and I actually said to Ed Crescesine, I said, Elon and Vivek will lead the new left. And then Ed Crescesine was like, he commented back, I'm all in for that. And guess what? That's the side I want to be on. The tech bros, they call them. So, the whole DEI thing, I've always been against it. And I've seen they're called the woke right now. They are. Because I've seen them basically turn into leftist policies. As soon as Trump wins, they show their true colors. And then I'm sitting here arguing with all these people who say they're like, America first, America first. And they don't take into any consideration that people aren't having babies. And, I'm an advocate for people shouldn't have babies unless they can properly upbring those kids. We have a demographic collapse here in America, just like a lot of other places. And if we don't have babies to replace ourselves, then we have to bring in other people. And this whole concept of it's funny to see, because I've always been against illegal immigration. I've always been for legal immigration, because immigrants have been some of the most nicest, friendly, family-friendly, hardworking people I've ever met in my life. And I've always been for immigrants. And the funny thing is, Trump's wife is an immigrant. Elon is an immigrant. So it's kind of like, you're anti-immigrant? All you people are anti-immigrant now. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I say DEI. I call these people, they're for DEI now. Now, why do I say that? Why would I say that? Is it technically what they are about? No, it's not. I say that to piss them off. That's why I say that. But it basically means the same thing. So that's why I say it. Because it's not without merit. I want people in positions that have the proper merit, who deserve to be in those positions, not just because they're American or just because they're a certain race or sex or whatever. Hypothetically, would you want me to operate, who is completely unqualified, don't know anything about operating on people, but I'm an American? Well, there's a job open for a doctor to operate, and you need someone to operate on you. Well, I'm an American, so they should hire me to operate on you instead of somebody who is well qualified. Can do there'll be a high probability that you will survive and be better off if that legal immigrant, operated on you. Who are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick me because I'm an American? Oh, we got American firstly. There's no forward thinking with these people, and their racism has really showed itself. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I figure okay, they're about merit. That's why they're for anti DEI, because it's a touchy subject. It is. Me being anti-DEI, I sound racist when I think DEI is racist for everybody. But it's absolutely hilarious to me, these people, like the quartering. I can't stand that guy. But there's a ton of them. Laura Loomer. So what happened was these people who are getting paid by Elon, an immigrant, to post stuff, like getting paid, like me getting paid by X is a privilege. Me getting paid based off of what I post is a privilege. It's not free speech. And then when I see all these accounts, these people have been banned. I don't know why these people have been banned. The people that lost their little blue check mark, I don't know why they lost their blue check mark. What I know is at X, they don't have a big staff, so they're probably investigating. They have a lot of stuff. They're probably really busy anyway. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know why they lost their blue check marks. They're probably being investigated. They're probably, the people actually, should these people be banned? Should we see, like, what should we do with these? What should we do? So we're going to, take it away for now. I don't know why they did. And then sit here and complain, free speech, when they still have a platform to have the free speech. And they have a limited reach. They're not used to having a limited reach. I am. I'm definitely used to it. So, these people are so entitled. And the funny thing is, like, these people are basically acting like celebrities. They're so entitled. Completely entitled. I'm for free speech, right? But if you're gonna say derogatory things and expect that you're gonna get paid by ad revenue, like, nobody wants to be attached to that crap. You know what I mean? So it's stupid. I'm not a free speech absolutist, because I think that's stupid. I think that's just too far, because I can just walk around with porn on my shirt if I'm a free speech absolutist. How can we have a civil society, a family-friendly society, that people can walk around with porno images? We might as well just be able to have the acts out in public for everyone to see if we want. Freedom of expression, right? No. That's not a civil society. We can't have that. That's debauchery. So, like, I'm not understanding these people. They're supposed to be traditionalist. They're supposed to be like family first, family this. No, you're not. It's the same thing I seen with Vivek Ramaswamy when he came out, and they're all hating on him. Like, and I'm sitting here like defending him, and then 2 days later, everyone accepted him. It's like, because you guys are stupid. You guys can't think for yourselves. It's so funny to see these people who are supposedly supposed to be highly intelligent. They can articulate themselves 1,000 times better than me. They probably have higher IQs, but they can't think. They're like spoiled brats, man. That's what they are. I complain about free speech all the time, but it's like, if I'm saying like really raunchy things, I don't expect these to have ad revenue on my speech. It's preposterous. So, we're seeing Maga split in half, and lo and behold, Trump's on Elon's side. So it's just kind of like, all you people, and I posted this a couple of days ago. I'm like, dude, Trump has always been for legal immigration, man. I don't understand why these people are saying, like, they think that we're just gonna close the borders and we're not gonna have any immigration. I've seen Milo Yiannopoulos say, like, 20 years no immigration, when he is an immigrant himself. It's so crazy. Like, he's not having kids. He's not even replacing himself. So I don't understand the thought process. And this dude is probably way smarter than me. It's like, you're not having kids. Laura, you don't have kids. As far as I know, Corey don't have kids. A lot of these people don't even have kids. Some of them do. But it's just like, you're part of the problem of why we're having a demographic collapse. You are part of the problem. Then you want to sit here and complain. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I used to like Sam Hyde, and You know, like he made a video. I didn't even watch the whole thing. As soon as he started talking about deporting Vivek, I was like, dude, that's against the Constitution, man. And then like, oh, he's a comedian. Okay, so don't take the whole video seriously. Like what? Okay, like it's supposed to be a serious video, but he's saying deport Vivek. How I just stopped watching after that. I couldn't watch anymore. And I liked his content, man. It's just like, dude, I am for America first. So I love the analogy of we want to bring the best people here, like Trump's always said. Trump's always said this. I don't understand like where these people have been. Every rally he's like, I want to bring in the best people. I want the best people to come here. That's what he has always said. Now for me, I'm like, okay, we can dial back 1 million people a year, and maybe we can add more. I don't know. I know that we have like 49 million people on welfare. We should probably get those people, if we can get most of those people off of welfare into jobs so they can be productive instead of anti-productive, that would be amazing. So it's just kind of funny to see like how somebody like me, a small voice, somebody like probably not as smart as these people, like in the traditional sense, but I'm a critical thinker, and these people are supposed to be critical thinkers as well, you know, and they don't understand, like, okay, I'm seeing Steve Bannon is like, we should have reparations for the tech. Like, okay. So Maga was against reparations, they were against DEI. I seen like this Gunther Hunter guy, whatever, he's like basically threatening Putin. It's kind of like, dude, what? You guys just turned left. You guys basically abandoned everything overnight that you believed in, or you said that you believed in. You're the grifters. Like, these people don't have any stance on anything. And I reject them. I reject them all outright. I'm not saying like that, you know, they might come to their senses and be like, oh, okay, maybe they will. You know, Trump, like, okay, the visa thing, dude. I honestly, I'm not an immigrant. I was born here, so I never really like did an in-depth dive of what the visa is, and I never really cared, and I still really don't, because what am I supposed to do? I don't have any control of it. But like, basically, if people are being undercut by cheap labor, well, that's a problem. We can have some reform. Yeah, that's called negotiation. That's called critical thinking. That's called pragmatic thinking. That's what I want, because this is like, we want what's best for the country. So if we have jobs open that can be filled with people, like the best people, like we want the best people in the jobs. Do we not want the best people in the jobs? Do we not? And the whole notion of like immigrants come here and they don't do regular jobs is just ridiculous as well. Legal. That's what I've always said, that legal. I want people to come here legally. There's a process. You can't just walk over the border. Like, anybody can just come. You can't have that, because I can't go to any other country and do that. I can't just walk across their border and be like, I'm a citizen here now. I can't do that. So why are people allowed to do that here and I pay taxes? It's just ridiculous. But it's just funny to see like these people on the right who claim that they're all like for Trump, and Trump just came out saying like, I am for visas, I'm for legal immigration, and they're still like, now they're turning against Trump. Okay. They're calling Trump a sellout, but okay, dude, like, join the radical left, man. Like, the radical left and the radical right are teaming up. You guys team up. This is what I'm saying. Reject the radicals on both sides. I reject these people. I like some of the work that Laura did. I like some of the stuff that these people have said, you know, but your team is the radical left now, dude. That's why I look at you. And you're for social chaos. That's what you are. You know, it's funny, like, these people who have means Like Laura Loomer, she's like 32. Why isn't she married and why is she having kids? She's sitting on X. She's basically crying, making a fool out of herself on Spaces, like begging to have her stuff put back because like that's how she gets her revenue. Well, why don't you have a man? Why don't you have a husband? Oh, because you're a feminist. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You're a feminist. You're not really a traditionalist. If you're like, she says she's a traditionalist, but she's not. You know, there's a lot of these women. You know, Candace Owens. It's another one. Like, go raise your kids, dude. Get off the social media. Get off of this and raise your family. You can't say you're a traditionalist and you're sitting here having your shows. Oh, it's just at her house, whatever. How much preparation, how much time away from your kids do you spend? But you're supposed to be a traditionalist. These people are fake. These people are smarter than me. And how do I get it and they don't? Some of the stuff they say is correct. Like I said, like, yes, American workers shouldn't be undercut. I've always said this, like, outsourcing has hurt us big time. But we should be bringing the best people we can possibly bring in, because it's just like an NBA team or NFL team, whatever. You don't want me going out there and playing basketball on your team, do you? No. You want to bring in the best people, whether they're born here or they're just here on a work visa, whatever, to bring your team to a championship. I love that analogy. These people don't think very far ahead. Shutting immigration down completely, legal immigration down, while people are not having children, will have a huge impact. Like, we're gonna go back to the Stone Ages, and some other country, probably, who the hell knows, some other country will be like, maybe China will be a pragmatic thinker, like, hey, we're gonna bring these people in since America isn't. We want to bring these people in, now we're going to dominate. Maybe Russia will do it. Who knows? And we're going to take over, and then we'll just fall behind. So, like, you're not for America first. You're for imploding America, because you don't think ahead. You can't connect the dots. Politically, you might understand some things, but it really baffles me, these people's thinking. And I want to distance myself from these people. And I look at myself, I'm with the tech bros. I align more with Ed Christensen. Some of the stuff he says I don't agree with. You know, he's coming around a little bit. Like, he's giving Trump some praise. I've seen it. Is he perfect? Does he say everything perfect? No. Do I say everything perfect? No. I mean, like, he worded something pretty bad, like, basically saying, like, and I agree with some of it, like when he said, like, white people aren't going to exist in the future. Well, yeah, probably at some point, the majority race will be mixed of humans. It's inevitable. We're turning into a multi-planetary species, and people are going to be living in space. There's probably going to be, like, you know, International Space Station type of hotels for people, like, or like apartments or whatever for people to live on. We'll figure it out. Like how we can have gravity. Like, technology is advancing so rapidly, people don't even understand. So, like, there's no forward thinking. All they think about is right now. That's all they think about. And that's why I just distance myself from these people. And I've always like gritted my teeth, basically having to align with the right, the conservatives, the Republicans. You know, I've seen that, like, what I've seen is people like me have gravitated towards the Republicans because of Trump, because of his pragmatic thinking. Oh, he's a flip-flop. Okay. He's a pragmatic thinker. Just like I said in my book. Whatever my opinions are at this current time, might change with new information that comes in, because new information might point out the flaws in my opinion. So I adjust my opinion. You know, why would I keep believing in something? It's just like, okay, let's just say, okay, if I was to be like, there's no such thing as aliens, and then an alien just comes down, shakes my hand, what am I supposed to be like? There's no such thing as aliens? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's stupid. No, I've always believed that there's no such thing as aliens, so I always have to believe there's no such thing as aliens. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean I'm a grifter. It just means I didn't have the correct information to begin with, or it wasn't available. We didn't know. Now we know. Yeah, it seemed like there's no such thing as aliens. They haven't presented themselves. Perhaps there could have been, but who knows if they're a hoax? Well, if one comes down and I meet them, I'm not going to sit here and be like, unless you're stupid. No, I'm just going to, no, I have to stick with my values. I have to, like, continue. That's just so stupid. That's a dumb way of thinking. And I think that's low IQ, honestly. So, I don't know if these people are that intelligent. I think they're probably pretty good at speaking. I don't know. But it just shows, like, the lack of depth in their thinking. And then I see all these people attacking me. Like, I've been attacked crazy. It's kind of like the cat turd thing. When I defended Joe Rogan, when I attacked Cat Turd because he was attacking Joe Rogan, he was attacking this guy named Greg on Twitter. He's a very prominent figure. You know, because there's a lot of people that were Democrats that have become more right-leaning because they have been the more of the, it's seeming like, pragmatic thinkers. When traditionally, especially like when I was growing up, the Republicans weren't. And, you know, like, if I was just a complete, like, what I think happens is a lot of people just don't pay attention to what happens politically with movements, which I get, it's boring, but, you know, they just automatically, I'm a Democrat, they don't see that, like, things have changed in their party, or Republican. Like, if I was to just, like I said, stop paying attention and not having the critical thinking, like, oh, people can change, ideas can change in different parties or whatever, I come back in like 10 years just voting Republican or whatever, like, or the next election, and I don't realize the Republicans have gone far right, you know, like the left has. You know, I'm just gonna automatically vote for the Republicans because, like, to think like their party's still aligned with the values that they were 4 years ago, just to assume it and not do any research. That's where I think a lot of people vote for Democrats and the propaganda from the mainstream media. So it's just, I don't care. I think it's good. I think that infighting is good. The left is like, oh, they're celebrating it. Cool, man, celebrate. But you're going to be following the Tep Bros. So, like, your party is completely destroyed. So Maga is leading this, and they know it. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but you don't see as many, I haven't seen as many, you know, like, crazy videos of people like, oh, I'm this and that. The people who make, like, videos, like, I can't really go into depth because I don't want to get banned, but, you know, people make crazy videos saying they're this and that, like, whatever. They're doing it for attention, man. That's what they're doing it for. It's like a fad, a trend. I want to do this because it's trendy. It's cool at the point. I've seen trends. I've seen plenty of trends come and go in my day, and the whole woke thing is one of them. So yeah, there's a faction of the Maga party that I don't align with. I have separated myself from, like the cat turds, and I would continue to do that because I'm a pragmatic thinker, and that's it. I hope that clarifies some things for people. Yeah.